Okay, I'm going to pick this lot. Let's see what comes out first. The Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands often indicates to us that there could have been a feeling for you guys about working really hard and feeling as if there's been a lot of tension or issues around work or your creative zone in life. You may have felt as if you've had to been holding up a barrier or a barrage of people constantly putting in their 2 cents worth. But it's important to know that don't give up, keep going, because whatever it is you've been doing is coming to its completion in cycle. And this card usually says your success is close at hand. So remember that this could be in your creative zone or in a career zone. Your next card is the Fool. The Fool is a lovely card to turn up. It's about yourself in particular and about feeling as if you are looking for a new horizon. This is the card, a major arcana, and it leads us to thinking and pondering what we have been doing with ourselves, what direction we've been heading in, and sometimes this takes us in a brand new direction. It's about satisfying your own personal needs at your deepest desire. You often don't take anyone with you when you start this journey with the Fool. Some of you could see a complete dropping by the wayside of traditions you've been following, or belief systems, or even people in your life. You could just be simply changing a thought pattern or a direction or a particular ideal within your life. So that doesn't necessarily mean you're leaving a whole lot of people behind, but for some of you it could be. Some of you could literally be going to a new country to start a whole new life and a whole new area of your own personal being, such as new careers or new homes, new relationships, anything along those lines. I love the Fool card. It's exciting. It's all about new beginnings, and it's very powerful and brings a lot of learning and growth with it. Your next card out is the Ten of Wands. He is the exact next card after the Nine of Wands, which was your first one. So we are definitely being reiterated. The message that keep going, you guys, Gemini, don't give up. Whatever's been on your mind or creative source you've been working with is coming to its end, and you have done well. You've been working hard, and this is all starting to show through. You will be pleased that you have persisted and that you have, along the way, you've gained much knowledge and determination and stealth. You've also supported a lot of other people along the way, and they have also gained from that insight and knowledge and determination that you have. I think this card also really blends well with the Fool card, which is underneath it. There's a whole bunch of finishing a cycle here for you guys and starting some whole new cycle. In fact, I think you've been having this kind of message coming through for you for the last quite a lot of readings, actually. So for some of you, you really are on the hinge or the jump of a new cyclical change in your lives. There's the Ace of Swords, another new beginning. So you've got 9, 10, and an ace all going on through there. The Ace of Swords is often, it's the air sign energy, if you like, which is yourselves. This is often about communication. So some of you will be starting anew through the fact that you are making some form of communication, sometimes written, documentation, signing of legal documents. This card can turn up when a divorce has come through, or when something like a business has been finalized and signed off. So some of you might be leaving these relationships. We talked about that a little bit with the Fool. You could be finishing off a long-term relationship that you've been in, and you might have just finalized all the documentation and you are ready to move on. When the ace turns up in your reading, it's a sign that there is success for you. So if you've been struggling with perhaps some of the legal or arbitrary issues around any of this severing of the ways, it should turn out fairly favourable for you. Now, this could also be at the business level. So for any of you who are either starting up a new business or who are separating from a previous business and forming or restructuring, this is also a possibility and another good sign within the cards anyhow. Your next card is the Five of Swords, more of your air sign energy, guys. So as you received your Ace of Swords, there is a degree, of course, of parting ways and moving forward. Some of these people here in the background are choosing to move away in different directions. So for some of you, you will see a splitting of something in your life, some people dropping off. This doesn't necessarily mean they're your dearest loved ones. It could be, as I say, a work situation or a business opportunities, just people who have served their time in your life and there is a parting of the ways. Sometimes this can be indicative of having a run-in with someone. So this card often suggests to us be a little bit careful about the words you use and how you choose to use them with people. So have some diplomacy and don't get too emotional when you're involved in contractual obligations or when you're dealing with situations that could be tense or terse. Think twice before we speak, often is the case. Then we see the Queen of Rods. She can often be an older woman and a fire sign woman or a rising fire sign energy. For some of you, she will be a family member or a workmate. She often is associated with the creative area of life and possibly with work or your own creative energies. She could be coming to you in the realm of a support person or someone who helps stir up your ideas and gets your passions going again. So when I talk about passions, this could very well be a passionate affair. So someone who comes in as a potential relationship person, so someone who sparks up a sexual chemistry as well, is a possibility for some of you. She could be alternatively like a new employee or an employer as well. She also fits into that category. Next card up, we have the Page of Pentacles. So he often, when he turns up, he's about new beginnings again, youthfulness, opportunities, ideas. Some of you, there could be the offer of something coming to you from a monetary realm, so this could be career related or just your financial sector. Often when he turns up, he makes us think about our money and what we're doing with it. So for some part here in May, you have got money on your mind and it's the prospect of new money or what to do with certain aspects or stages of your career or money. The Six of Wands is about it's called the Victory card. It's a good card to receive. It acknowledges success in the creativity zone of your life. And I think we talked about that earlier. Some of you could be about to receive some sort of graduation or certification or passing of exams. This is very common when this card turns up. So congratulations to any of you who are making that jump up with your knowledge that you have attained through learning in particular. The card also denotes a degree of making sure that you acknowledge the people who have helped you along the way, whether they are friends or support systems such as counsellors, guides, tutors, teachers, or co-workers or a boss. Remember to be grateful and thank them, because we never want to burn our bridges in life. These people can be very important in the future for taking you through to the next jump in life. The Devil card's turned up for you, a major arcana that talks to us a little bit about our passions, desires and obsessions. So some of you might be getting thoughts of really jumping into something in May and thinking, yeah, I'm gonna go for this, and really get into it and be gritty with it. Make sure it's balanced, make sure you are focused in the right direction and that your goals, aims and desires are positive. Some of you could be finding you're a bit obsessed with someone or something. You need to kind of work through that and make sure again that you bring balance into the situation. If any of you are eating the wrong foods or taking drugs that you shouldn't be, or behaving within relationships that that are either you're doing it wrong or someone else is doing something wrong to you. Try and bring balance into that again. If you're in an unhealthy situation with anyone, try and move back and step back, and maybe some of you will need support in doing that as well. The next card out, lovely card for you guys, the Major Arcana, the Sun. Very nice, welcoming, positive card. It talks about everything good in life, so love, happiness, bliss, laughter, enjoyment, creativity, success, sex, relationships, fertility, pregnancy. Any single one of those things can be happening for any single one of the listeners. So congratulations, it's a lovely card to have turn up. The next one is the Two of Wands. You have quite a lot of wands in your reading. It makes me think that you're thinking about your creativity or your careers and your aspirations around those and where you're headed. This card is exactly that. It's again talking about balance. So you've had the word balance brought up a few times in your reading, something for you to contemplate. This is about contemplating your future and where you're headed with your creative passions and ideas and possibly work zone. Some of you are thinking of looking further afield, and that could do you well to broach on that emotion and take it further and contemplate how you can improve or change your directions and bring in more of that creative flow. When we open our creative awareness, everything around us expands and grows and blooms. The Judgment card is about listening. So somewhere through this reading there is a degree of listening and taking on board other people's advice as well as their points of view. And we could see that coming through with a few of those sword cards earlier. So the Judgment often heralds a deep change of direction at a very deep personal level for us, often because we've been going in the wrong direction and we haven't been listening to our gut instincts. So we have been out of tune. So again, this is about balance, reorganizing, restructuring, changing direction, and having an aha moment. Some of you will literally make some big changes around certain aspects or dimensions of your life. This is a powerful card. It serves us well and it takes us into new positive areas. The other thing with this card is definitely about hearing messages, so synchronicity, spiritual messages and connection to that realm. It's also about your ears. Some of you may have problems with your ears this month that you want to get addressed. So one final card for you guys, the Moon. You've had a lot of major arcanas. I think it's a big month for you in May. So there's quite a lot going on at a personal level for you that will bring out your feelings and push you to ponder life and the directions you've been taking. The moon can often be associated with the full moon in the month or ecliptical energies that have come and gone. It can also be associated with water signs such as Cancer and Scorpio. So these people may be involved in something that you're doing. And this could be a hidden agenda thing at the moment. Some of you might be trying to keep some part of your life secret or hidden. And that's where that Devil card might also be associated. So sometimes relationships that are what you're wanting to keep private and quiet, hidden away from everyone, or stuff that you're doing within relationships that you don't want others to know about. This can be personal, sexual, love relationships, or it can be business relationships as well. Sometimes this talks to us about the need for caution and making sure that we check and recheck where we're going and what we're doing, who we are operating with, and how we are acting. So watch out for dishonest people around you and dishonest deals. Be cautious about who you pass over personal information and your personal identity to. But sometimes when this card comes out, people can be scammed in particular, either on the internet or even physically, people knocking on your door, pretending they're from a charity, yada yada, that type of thing. So just be a bit cautious. Also, trust your gut instincts very much, listen to your dreams very much, and balance again for your body, especially hormones, both males and females, and learning to adapt to emotional states in our journey of life as well. So don't let your emotions take over. Try to use your intellect, Gemini, because you are such a mind-oriented zodiac sign. You can use your intellect rather than let your emotions take hold. So guys, we will finish there with those cards, and we will do one numerology card which you can utilize the energies of the number for the month. And since we are working from the 5th month, in the 5th month we will take from the 5th card down. So let's see what's the last card for Gemini for the month. Okay, 5 cards down. You have number 48, financial discipline. So let's have a little look. 8 and 4, of course, add up to the number 12, and 12 adds up to the number 3. So you can utilize 48, 12 or 3 for the month and see what type of energies come your way. Also take note of the colours in the card. We have the lovely pink in the background and the green. Both of those colours are often associated with the heart energy and love energy as well. So that's something that you can also focus on for the month of May. Guys, this card is sort of showing you a need for financial discipline if you wish to build a strong foundation for your future. You are constantly surrounded by opportunities to attract abundance. However, you must follow up with action if you wish to see results. Setting the intention to be financially secure and then taking appropriate steps, such as putting a little money aside each week, is enough to shift your vibration towards the outcome you desire. Some of you may have been spending money on unnecessary things rather than saving for your dream. Maybe a bit of play now, pay later mentality might have left you living on credit or in debt. Perhaps it seems that money goes out faster than it comes in. Whatever the case may be, you're being encouraged to adopt an attitude of abundance. Seek financial advice, budgets, or attend a workshop or read a book about creating wealth.